Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Silver Nuzlocke. I am Atyrum, and I made a pretty serious error when recording this episode. And, well, basically what ended up happening is I ended up going through, oops, that's not the button press. I went through Route 38 over here, and Route 39 as well, fought all the trainers there, got to Olivine City, went all the way up to the lighthouse at the top, and found, Jasmine, and she gave me the little quest to go over to Cyanwood over here, but obviously we can't do that yet, and I knew that we couldn't do that at that point in time. So basically I fought all those trainers there, and then I came in here and fought all the gym trainers, and had a couple of evolutions happen, and basically the last Pokemon to evolve was Petra there, and the issue was that I realized that my recording hadn't worked properly, and the file format it came out in was not readable by my editing program. So basically all that footage is lost, but luckily I stopped the recording every time I catch new Pokemons as my team, or every time I evolve a Pokemon, so I can update the little sidebars there. So luckily I had made a save, and I had stopped recording right after Petra had evolved, which was during this gym. So I went ahead and finished up the gym trainers and just figured I'd cut back to when I actually fought the gym leader. So basically, yeah, Petra is going to be incredibly useful in this gym because at this point in time, abilities are not a thing yet. So the Ghastly line is all weak to ground-type moves, which is going to make this gym really, really easy. Yeah, that's one little thing that I kind of keep forgetting, that, you know, that certain Pokemon aren't going to have Levitate, and that, you know, they're actually going to be weak to ground-type moves in this game. But yeah, anyways, we'll make short work of just about everything in here. In addition, in these games, since the physical special split has not yet happened, Ghost type is actually a physical type, and Petra is extremely physically defensive. So we're not gonna have too much of a problem here. Also, Tsunami is pretty physically defensive as well, so if we need to use Tsunami, we will. And for some reason, he's sending out another Haunter now. One thing that kind of bugs me, I know I've kind of talked about how the Johto Pokemon don't really get a chance to shine in these games, but there is a new Ghost-type Pokemon added in Gen 2, Mischievous, and it's completely absent from the Ghost-type gym. The only thing you see in the Ghost-type gym is the Ghastly line. I mean, it just gets a little boring after a little while, you know? I mean, come on, just throw a Mischievous in there, get rid of one of these Haunters or something, or heck, the Ghastly. I mean, we're at the 4th gym. Do we really need to have a trainer a gym leader at that, who still has a basic Pokemon like a Ghastly? I mean, it'd be like getting to like the 4th gym, have it be a flying type gym, and they still have a Pidgey. Like, it just seems a little weird is all. Okay, we got put to sleep, and we get hurt by the curse. I have a feeling he's going to be using Dream Eater, and Dream Eater is kind of a threat to us at this point in time because Petra's not very specially defensive, and that curse is going to hurt a bit, isn't it? Okay, no, it's a mean look. Okay, I was looking out for the Dream Eater because Dream Eater is a special attack, whereas the rest of Gengar's Ghost-type attacks are going to be physical. But yeah, that should do a decent amount of damage because Gengar does not have very high physical defense. Oh! It's a one-hit knockout. Okay. Yeah, that gym was pretty easy there. I mean, there was a little bit of a threat from, you know, if the Gengar managed to keep me asleep and continued to get that curse going on me, and if I wasn't paying enough attention, you know, but other than that, yeah, wasn't too difficult. So anyways, now I just gotta figure out what we're gonna do after this gym here, because originally this episode was gonna be me doing all the stuff on that route over there, going to Olivine, and then doing the lighthouse, and then coming back here and fighting this gym, but obviously I've done all of that already, and I might, I don't know, do I want to have a short episode, or do I want to have a longer episode? Because this is going to be incredibly short if I just leave it at this. Is there anything else I can do at this point in time? Because what I'm thinking is I kind of want to leave what I do next up to you guys, because due to the way the level curve works in this game, there's actually 2 different ways you can go, and basically what you can do is you can go out to Route 38 over here, which I already did, go to Olivine, and then go across the ocean over to Cyanwood and get the medicine and basically fight Chuck and Jasmine, or you could go out to Route 42 over here if you surf to the right of Ekritique and head over to Mahogany Town and go up to Lake of Rage, do all that stuff, do the Team Rocket headquarters in there, and I mean, basically, because of the way the levels work, they'll basically be the same either way. So it's kind of like you can do either way, but I feel like most people don't go this way first. So I kind of want to do that. you know, let's just go ahead and start this way in this episode. We'll start heading over in this direction, and I'll just fight a couple trainers over this way and get to Mahogany Town, and then I'll leave it up to you guys which order we want to do the gyms in. If we want to do the Mahogany Gym first, of course we have to do all that other stuff we have to do, like the Team Rocket and the Red Gyarados stuff. Or we could go across the ocean and go to Cyanwood and do those gyms first. So yeah, I'll leave that up to you guys. I'm just going to head this way. I think there's a couple trainers to fight, and I can probably catch a Pokemon. Oh, I'm out of space. Don't really care because I haven't been going back to Azalea Town and getting Apricorns and made into Pokeballs anyway. Because obviously, this being a Nuzlocke, I'm not too worried about getting the best Pokeballs. You could use Heavy Balls. I think they're actually pretty good for catching legendaries, like in this game Lugia, but we're not going to be catching Lugia because there is kind of an unwritten rule about Nuzlockes that you don't use legendaries. Okay, so we can catch a Pokemon in this grass over here in a second. And this guy was talking about this being his secret place. This is kind of a public road, you know. It's not that secret. Anybody could get here. Anyways, let's go ahead and put Luke in the lead, so if we find something that's semi-interesting, we can actually use Hypnosis to put it to sleep and make it easier to catch, but I have a feeling we're just going to find something relatively common that's not going to be that good. Ooh, it's a Mareep! That's awesome! I didn't even know you could find Mareeps this late in the game. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to add this Mareep to my team, actually, because I haven't really been using Caesar. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have Luke out here, actually. That doesn't do too much. I don't think it's too much of a problem. Let's try and put it to sleep again. But yeah, I think we might end up replacing Caesar with this Mareep. Because I did really want a Mareep on my team, because we could use that Electric-type coverage. And yeah, I thought I lost my chance when I didn't find one earlier in the game. No! No, you're kidding! Come on! Oh, that stinks. That stinks. Oh well, I guess we really did lose our chance to get a Mareep then. Okay, so now I think that's all the trainers on this route, so we're heading over to Mahogany Town. We're gonna heal up real quick, and then I gotta figure out what else we're gonna do this episode. Because yeah, like I said, I do want to leave it up to you guys what I end up doing after this. So actually, we may end up just ending it off here, possibly. Actually, you know what, let's head into... Let's at least get one Pokemon caught this episode. Let's head into the Mortar Cave and see if we can find something there that we might want. Because, yeah, like I said, I haven't really used Caesar, and I don't really plan on using Caesar at this point. I think I'd like to replace him with something else. Because I do have quite a few physical attackers at this point. I mean, Tsunami is a primarily physical attacker. Luke is a physical attacker. Petra is a physical attacker. I'd like to balance things out and have another special attacker in there. So, yeah, let's see if we can... I mean, there's really not going to be any special attackers in here, are there? It's probably just going to be like Geodudes and stuff. Or it's a Machop. I suppose that's interesting enough. Yeah, we'll catch it. I mean, why not catch it, you know? But, maybe I'll use it? I don't know. I have used Machop before. And then I'd have to figure out something to do in terms of evolving it if I end up using it. I'm not sure, though. I kind of do want another special attacker. Come on. Hypnosis has a 60 accuracy. I mean, it should hit, you know, at least half the time, you know. Anyway, let's put that to sleep and try not to critical it this time. And... Come on, Luke. Don't crit. Okay, there we go. Although, knowing my luck, we're probably going to end up critting with the next tackle here. Because if I do the same amount of damage, it's going to leave it just enough health, and that's perfect, and there we go. Alright, let's throw a Pokeball. And yeah, then after this, I'm probably just going to end the episode off. I feel like I spent half this episode talking about how I'm going to end the episode off. But yeah, this is probably going to be a much shorter episode, but yeah, that's because I want to, you know, add a little bit more interactivity to this series. And since this is one of the only chances we're going to get to really have like a branching path, I do want to leave where I go next up to you guys. So yeah, make sure you post in the comments, let me know which way you want me to go, if you want me to fight Chuck and Jasmine first, or if you want me to go do the whole Team Rocket quest and fight the Red Gyarados, which I don't think I'll be able to catch. I mean, technically I probably could catch it, but I don't think I'm really going to worry about that because I already have a good water type. But anyways, so yeah, let me know. And then we end up fighting Price after doing the whole Red Gyarados Team Rocket quest. So yeah, let me know in the comments which one you want me to do, and I'll end up doing that. I'm kind of partial to doing Mahogany Town, doing all this stuff first, because that's not generally the way people do it, and that would make things a little more interesting. But yeah, it's up to you guys. What do you want to see? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.